I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Well, folks, it's almost here. The wrap-up to Marvel's second phase of its cinematic universe, Avengers: Age of Ultron. And as America's greatest heroes prepare to team up again, Awfully Good Movies will be looking at some of Marvel's less successful adaptations of its comic book heroes, from the age before the Age of Ultron. First off, we've got
Captain America!
Before we had B.J. Blazkowicz or Aldo Raine, Captain America was the #1 name in kicking Nazi ass and protecting democracy, proving so popular as to hit the screen in a 1944 serial and 2 made-for-TV movies from 1979 starring Big McLarge Huge. And today we're looking at the time the Captain hit the big screen in 1990, at least in Great Britain. Here in the States, Captain America went straight to video 2 years later. So why would America do such an injustice to a movie about a man named Captain America? And the answer is, it was from the producer of Masters of the Universe and Superman 4. So does this Captain America stand any chance against Chris Evans' Captain America? Of course he doesn't. But hey, he might stand a chance against the Chris Evans Human Torch. Yeah. Let's go with that. Here, Captain America's shield is wielded by actor Matt Salinger, best known as the son of J.D. Salinger. As we know, the Captain is first known as Steve Rogers, a polio-stricken and physically unfit lad rejected from the army during World War II, despite the fact he looks perfectly fine. But trust us, he's a weakling and he can't be a soldier. Don't ask questions! So Steve undergoes a mysterious army experiment which turns him from puny human to super soldier. Again, don't see any difference at all. But Nazi spies infiltrate the lab and kill the scientist who held the super soldier formula in her head, thankfully sparing us from the possibility of seeing the makers of this film screw up the Winter Soldier. But Steve survives the attack and wears the costume the scientist made for him to become Captain America. Even though this costume is so bad, it makes you say, you know what? His costume in the Avengers really wasn't that bad after all. So the Captain faces off against the maniacal supervillain Red Skull to prevent him from shooting a missile at the White House, but is soon defeated and strapped to the launching missile. However, Captain manages to knock the missile off course with his foot, just go with it, sends the missile to Alaska and ends up being frozen, which gives Red Skull the opportunity to form a secret society and assassinate both the Kennedys and Martin Luther King. You're doing one hell of a job, Captain!
Thanks.
So 50 years pass to 1993, where Captain America is thawed from his deep freeze and captures the attention of President Ronnie Cox, who happened to take a picture of him on the missile back when he was a little boy, and his reporter friend Ned Beatty. How fitting that we have 2 of the cast members of Deliverance in this movie, seeing as this is what the producers are doing to the source material. Indeed, this movie is far from an accurate adaptation of the comic books, which I have not read, but I have seen the movies. And it's fascinating to see the moments which are handled so well in the Chris Evans movies get botched completely in this movie. Not to mention our hero is almost immediately defeated after losing his first battle, but has 5 minutes of backstory, has all the charisma of sandpaper, and even pretends to get car sick in people's cars just so he could steal their cars.
Would you pull the car over, please? I think I'm going to be sick.
Are you okay? Don't leave me out here!
And let's talk about Red Skull, who only has a red skull in one scene of this movie. In the rest of it, he wears a disguise. Also, we have no mention of Hydra, he's Italian instead of German, and has his daughter do most of his dirty work. So why do they still call him Red Skull? I presume because Fleshface doesn't really have a ring to it. But I really don't care about any of this, because this is a comic book movie that is so over in its head with its low budget that I can't get that mad at it. I mean, they really thought this was going to be the next big superhero blockbuster in the wake of Tim Burton's Batman? Aw, that's just adorable. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy a hero whose fight scenes are so badly edited and shot, you can clearly tell what his stuntman looks like. Wait a minute, is that Dave Franco? Combine that with an annoying female sidekick, who is the daughter of the Captain's now elderly love interest, and played by the same actress, and a good chunk of the movie dealing with Captain America trying to get a radio fixed, which is my favorite part of any superhero movie, and you have an hilarious example of how bad superhero movies could be in the era between Batman and X-Men. So if you want a good time with a bad movie, then hey, put a little Captain in you.
Thanks.
The price of freedom is high, but the price of booze is not. So be willing to pay that price to play the awfully good drinking game. take a shot or drink every time Red Skull calls Captain America his brother.
But it doesn't matter, my brother. Come to me, my brother. You remain a poor choice, little brother.
Hey, don't call him your brother, that's racist. Or racist, or what's my point again? I don't know. Captain America uses his shield. What was that noise? Is Red Skull the lead singer of Cameo? They announce a different Oh, wait a minute, let me fix something. There we go. They announce a different location with yet another title card. You spot a cast member of either Deliverance or A Christmas Story, which will be the closest I'll get to seeing my Deliverance Christmas Story / fiction hit the big screen. And take a double shot not just for the 2 times that Captain America steals a car, but also for the 1 time they mentioned a DC character in a Marvel movie.
He may not be Superman, but he'll be a living symbol of what this country stands for.
I didn't think you could do that. Can you do that? I thought that was punishable by law. Well, looks like Stan Lee is gonna have Batman pay him a visit.
Tell me, do you bleed?
I don't know.
You will.
You, Batman.
And on the nudie watch, of course you're not seeing any T or A in this wholesome superhero movie. Well, except for this egregious bikini-ass shot. And that's Captain America for you. He sees Red Skull, picks a fight with him. He sees a woman's ass, runs away in terror. On the enjoyableness continuum scale from Boulder Bruce, Captain America throws his mighty shield and makes the enjoyableness continuum yield to a 7 out of 10.
Thanks.
You're welcome, now please stop doing that. I'm Jesse Shade for JoBlo.com, and I'll see you next time for one more Mystery Marvel review. But I do wonder, if they had made a sequel to this Captain America, I wonder what the Falcon would have looked like. Well, now that's just all sorts of sad.
Joe Blow, he sure likes to drink a lot. Joe Blow watches movie like the hero man. Joe Blow, he's not just like the...
Hey everyone, Jesse Shade here from Awfully Good Movies. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see me take on more good bad movies, click on any of the links you see here, or subscribe to see this show alongside all the great content that we offer here at JoBlo.com. And remember, I love you. Wait, that sounded wrong. But I do love you though.